Whoa.
We're live! Oh my god! Got some epic music going. Welcome to the For the Glory podcast. I'm Fats.
And I'm MicSpam.
And we're here talking about the fucking goods. We got anime, we got games. It's what we do. Ventured into some new grounds recently. But I'd have to say, just to kick things off nice and quickly, I really enjoyed my anime pick of the week, and it also pissed me the fuck off in a good way, because MicSpam's like, hey, I got you this new anime. It's like supposedly 2018, you know? Okay, cool. I'd have to say it's got very much Drifters vibe if you've ever seen that, but oh my god, it is really good. And I already watched all of the episodes that are available. Because there's only 3, and there's actually one, yes, that came out today. Which I'm very excited to watch later. It's gonna be so good. Like, this is crazy. Essentially what it is the Mongolians are taking over Asia. And they're starting on the east coast. Just a village, or this island, that it starts off basically you're on a ship. These guys are on a ship. They're held prisoner, and it's storming like crazy. So they bitch, like, "Hey, come on!" They're out on top while the guards and shit who are holding them prisoner are just below in the boat, sheltered from the rain and shit. And they just keep bitching up a storm. What up, Ben? They keep bitching up a storm, so they eventually come free them, and then lo and behold, they're all like exiles, is what you find out, and they just basically take over the boat pretty quickly too, and it's awesome. So they take the boat, and then they are exiles, so they end up going where they're going, and it's like the people on the island don't even care that all the guards are gone. It's just like, yeah, it doesn't matter, because you're our new, you're going in to fight for us. You're going to be in our army. So it's like, oh shit. And then, of course,
used to be the option back in the 40s. You can go to jail or you can join the army.
You know, that's pretty much what it was. But, like, especially in these times, you know, you'd have to, a couple of them were like, we're going to go try and steal a boat and get across and go back home where we were just exiled from. And it's like one in every 3 boats ferrying people across goes down. And that's a normal ship, and you're trying to get out in a fishing boat, you're basically fucked. So it's like, well, it's that or join the army. Well, I'd probably join the army. Fuck it.
So who's the ultimate badass in the show?
Oh, the main character. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's basically a legendary samurai warrior who stopped giving a fuck. Which, you know, typical anime. And now he's been exiled, thrown randomly into fighting for this island. And he's like super smart, and like the village is like, oh, we're about to get invaded. And then they're like, it turns out they held this like meeting, and he basically decorates himself with a history from the, like a story from the past. And then he's just like, this is like, they're not going to bypass you. They're going to totally kill the shit out of you. Like, get your head out of your asses. And then they just chuck him out of the meeting. Goddamn exile. Speaking his mind. But it actually sparks a fire underneath the chieftain. And he actually fights. Not like a bitch. Jesus, how many trailers are there for this? But, yeah. And then there's an epic fight. And that's about as far as I really got. I mean, I'm obviously leaving out a lot. This show's good. You need to watch this. Like, I am definitely, you know, I'm giving it, from what I've barely seen, and the fact that I'm 100% going to watch this every week.
So first impressions.
I'm giving it a 9.5. This is so good. Dude, the sword fighting, the gore, the stupid idiots in war realizing that, oh my god, they're literally going to catch up to us if we just keep running away. We're going to die. They don't realize they're gonna die. They're just like, well, we gotta run away. It's like, it's kind of crazy. But they have to say, one of the deaths in it, and I can tell a shit ton of people are going to die in this show. They'll like introduce him at the start of the episode, and then in the next episode he'll die. I believe that's going to happen a lot. because it's kind of being narrated by someone in the future telling it back as if it was a great story, which I think is the voice of this chick, which there's actually a funny little romance thing going on. The chick is basically trying to use him, and he's trying to just, I don't even know.
Holy
The
shit.
main character is just,
That scene right there.
yeah, he's probably fine though.
Yeah, I mean, I picked it for you because I thought it would be something that I would like. So
Oh yeah,
I didn't know
100%.
anything about it ahead of time, really, except that it was about something about the Mongolian invasion.
Yeah, no, this is straight up like old-timey war anime. It's dope. It's really dope. Like I said, I make a mistake. Who's Wood Eye sees in Montreal for one, and all there is SW. I can't answer this right
Depends what kind of steak it is.
now. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Cheap steak gets Montreal, good steak gets salt and pepper. It may be pepper if it's a really good steak.
Interesting. Well, I give it a 9.5.
I'm glad to hear that. Glad I picked another winner.
Yeah, that one's 100% a winner. That one's going to be really good, and I'm excited, like I said, to watch it later. It's going to be amazing.
Have you watched any of the new Attack on Titan?
Nope. Haven't
I
watched
watched
that.
the first episode.
Was it good?
It's kind of getting into it, but it looks like it's going to be... I mean, the government's kind of turning it on itself. It's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, dope. That's awesome. Yeah, I figured they were going more political with it.
And I like that. I mean, they always do it fantastic. They got rid of the fucking opening music.
Oh, really?
I'm pissed about
That
that.
kind of sucks.
I know. They started playing this, like, generic anime song, and I'm like, what is this? Where's my Attack on Titan music? That was the shit. That's the best anime. That's like one of the best anime openings.
I'd have to say, yeah, totally.
So good. Sorry, but okay, my new suggestion for this week.
Your new suggestion. Mirai Nikki, I don't know what you call it. Let's see what this is about. I only read about it. I never actually looked at any of it. No subtitles. What's he saying?
Who knows?
Makes it even more mysterious. The plot is so interesting.
Are there YouTube subtitles?
Maybe. Nope. Nope. No subtitles. This is what you get.
Whoa. This pink-haired girl looks intense.
Dude, that was definitely female.
Peanut Butter
Metal
says,
Gear
"Oh
Solid.
no, this anime sucks."
Ha! What's happening?
Man,
It's
gotta
got
watch
epic
it.
music right now. It's like someone made like an A and B for it. Interesting.
This pink-haired chick is pretty intense.
Snake solid. The female. Jesus. What the fuck is going on? Nani?
お前に大事なことを聞き忘れていた。
Fucking Future Diaries.
お前何番目
Yep.
だ。
Well, looks interesting. The
I mean,
plot was really interesting. Ooh, it's
攻撃を中止しろ。
she's like assassin. What's it?
I think she's just crazy.
That's quite possible. It's less interesting when you watch it. Let's see how many times.
I mean, yeah, there's... I will be doing a review on it.
Yeah. That was some pretty intense dagger deflections. Ooh. Fighting scenes look pretty dope.
This pink-haired girl looks like a psycho and is kind of getting my rocks off.
He missed.
A fucking dart? Is that his weapon of choice?
I think so. Hers is a dagger like a goddamn thief assassin. That's pretty dope.
Dude had just a throwing dart.
They were all numbered. Wow. And then it goes to top 10 deadliest little girls in anime. That's okay.
She
So-
must be one of them.
Yeah, I bet she's on that list. That was fucking kind of intense. MicSpam, any thoughts?
I love that girl.
She seemed pretty awesome, to be completely honest. So I'm gonna give it to that being awesome. But I don't know, you know, give it a maybe. But
Yeah, I'll give it a
MicSpam,
maybe.
what the hell did I have you watch? Oh yeah.
Haven't you heard? I'm
And-
Sakamoto.
Is that like his signature line?
No, that's the title.
Oh, I didn't know he actually said his name. Is that really how shortly you say, haven't you heard? Desuga?
Yes.
Huh. Languages are so interesting.
Now this is probably the funniest scene.
Alright, I need volume for it then, don't
So,
I?
it's like 5 minutes.
Alright, well, we'll keep it going. So what are your opinions on this show? The board
I have
game.
no idea. I mean, there's a big part of me that thinks it is really funny and that it knows what it's doing. But there's a big part of me that also thinks it's incredibly weird.
It's like too funny.
No, that's not it.
He's creating a new air current around the he's just trying to get it. Is he doing like insane things like that are like easy tasks but making them ridiculous?
Yeah,
Kind of like
exactly.
Food Wars does.
Exactly. Except, like, way more so.
And does this guy have any sort of backstory? Like, was he a god
He was,
character?
I
Is
mean,
he a god?
No, he,
He's just a dude.
he showed up in high school and he was the coolest kid. And that was it.
That was it.
Yep.
He's trapped in
And
there forever.
everyone tries to like make him look not cool, and then they can't do it.
That was one ludicrous folding dance.
Uh huh.
They take random moments and make them extreme.
I don't know. It definitely has its moments where I think like it is pretty hilarious. But man, it weirds me out.
I'm looking at this scene. I can see this. Putting that aside.
Yeah, he has a bunch of special techniques, but none of them are really special.
What is he, a robot? I think I would laugh my ass off at this show.
Like I said, this is 100% the funniest scene. Like, no doubt about it, this is the funniest scene.
They dive into so much shit.
But like, they had like a full episode about like there were these kids coming out of like an elementary or middle school, whatever, and they would just do shit like they'd be like, "Oh, let's try to kick these rocks the whole way home." Then they'd run out into Sakamoto, and they're like, "Whoa, his skill at kicking the rock! It's ridiculous." But like 80% of that episode was them like walking along a white line, trying not to stop off the line.
Sorry, I got totally distracted. But I totally, completely know that I would probably enjoy this show a lot.
I mean, you can watch it.
I'm
I'm
probably
not saying
going
don't
to.
watch it, but I don't know. Like,
It's
I
just-
felt like it was gonna be funnier than it was, and it does have its moments.
Did
but,
it overhype? Did it get overhyped to you in ways because you saw the clips of it?
No, that's not it.
Huh.
It just, I don't know. Like, moments that are supposed to be funny just kind of make me go,
This scene is dying. Time is money. He absolutely just bought one of those. That's pretty good. Okay. Overall rating for Sakamoto Degusa?
Haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto?
That's true.
Overall rating.
I feel like you're gonna give it a question mark.
It's a tough one. Because it's getting a 6.9.
I'll drink to that. Beers in the chat if you got them.
Well, I got him.
Delicious. Every time. Every time. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So, do you have a trailer for me? What are you giving me this week?
Now, I'm positive you've heard of this, but I'm doubting you watched it, or if you did, you didn't, like, actually watch it.
Okay.
You are getting Afro Samurai.
Ah, damn it. I've seen all of that. It is so good.
Oh, have you?
Fucking
I have a
Samuel
backup.
L. Jackson and that shit. Oh, that was such a good fucking movie. They made a video game that apparently sucked. I really was gonna get it.
It looked like it sucked.
Oh, that was such a good show. Like, really short, crisp, good show.
I have a
Actually,
backup.
alphanumeric. Definitely haven't seen that. Just a quick shout out to Afro Samurai. That's a good.
It's not called alphanumeric. That's the YouTube channel's name.
Oh, well, let's find out what we got. No.
You are getting Gintama.
Ooh, is that the weird one? Oh, I just have subtitles off. Yeah. Oh, god damn it. Okay, hang on. Give me a second, because this... Yeah, we watched that one, clip. Oh my god, what the fuck are you
The
doing?
Pandemonium eating race.
Yes, that one. Oh my god. I did it.
Yeah, this is gonna be like bad subtitles, but that's fine.
I am so glad that you gave this to me because I was so interested in watching it when we watched that clip from it.
Yeah, these subtitles don't line up at all.
Whatever. I'm not even reading.
I think I ran as a Shiite.
Yeah, I'm just
I
gonna
mean, I
turn
can
it
probably
off.
find a, here, let me find a different trailer real quick. Give me 2 seconds. With English subtitles, here we go.
You got a better one?
I got one with subtitles. I think it's lower quality, but it's like 45 seconds long.
Alright, good enough.
Oh, not even. It's like 10 seconds, and then they loop it.
Yeah, that was the guy I was going to use for the Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Yeah, that's Gintama. I was like, you can't be Gintama. Okay? You just can't. But this is your show. It's regarded as one of the funniest animes out there. But I have started to watch it previously, and it does start a little slow. But the characters are amazing. I love the character.
It kind of gives me a bo vibe. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that.
Did I watch Bo 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 Bo?
The question is, did you say the right amount of bows?
Of course I did.
Yeah, I know you did. I said it completely wrong. Oh, that was such a good show. I'm actually really excited for that one. That one's probably going to be a good score. But I have to say, 100%, you probably should immediately catch up on that show you just gave me because it is so fucking good.
Afro Samurai?
No. I don't remember the title because it's super Japanese.
I never actually watched Afro Samurai.
Really?
Did I?
Dude, you should, but you have to watch it in English.
Do I?
Yeah, you do 100%.
I've never heard you say that.
This is like the exception because it's voiced by fucking Samuel L. Jackson. Like literally, he's the shit, and he's awesome as a voice actor in it. Like,
so you
he's not even the main. He's not the main character.
No, he plays Ninja.
He plays the little dude who just follows him around smoking a blunt the whole time.
Yeah, Ninja.
Yep, I didn't know he even had a name.
I only know that. I only know that because, well, that's the thing.
You know that
the
if
names,
you haven't watched it.
The names of people in the show are so dumb because there's Afro Samurai who trained under his sword master named Swordmaster, and he's followed around by a ninja named Ninja.
I do kind of remember that. I'd have to say the whole like point of the show is just the swordsmanship and just him. He's just the guy killed his dad or some shit, so now he has to go kill him to be the number one strongest. So he has to kill all of the number like.
Oh, I know. I know all about it, and I'll tell you why. Bam.
What are you telling me why? Let me see. This is that? Oh god, that's probably a really good
This
one.
episode is brought to you by Dangerous. So let's
That was a good death battle.
Plus, it's super free at
Afro Samurai versus Samurai Jack. For all the people in the chat who can't see, this is death battle I'm looking at.
Yep. It's kind of tough.
Afro's a badass.
Oh, he really is.
But honestly, Samurai Jack is a fucking badass.
Oh yeah, no, that was a really great show. I watched a lot of that show. At first, as a kid, I wasn't as enthused into it because he never spoke really or did anything like that. But then I kind of really got into it. Like Samurai Jack, great show.
Huh, you jump good. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but that was a good death battle. Oh, you're playing the battle?
I've been watching it for a bit. It's pretty crazy. I don't know who I'd give it to, but we should move forward because we're a little time strapped this fine evening. So let's jump on over to just a quick little segment that I want to show. It's spoiler alert, season 3 Food Wars. And I wanted to get the clip right afterward because it was like the funniest thing I ever did see. But he's like, oh, I wonder what the director's up to. And then it's like, he's just posing like a devil.
I need to reload my stream. I'm way behind you.
Oh, damn.
Speak of the devil.
I know, dude. But I wanted to see the part afterward. Let's go outside. And I was like, oh, they're going to go for a walk. And he's like, I never skip a workout. And he's like sprinting.
Mm.
He's just doing like insanely fast chin-ups. Oh my god, I was dying. Like that would this show like
I can't wait until it's been long enough since I've watched Food Wars that I can watch Food Wars again. You know what I mean?
Right? Oh my god.
Like it's that good. I'm anticipating rewatching it.
I'm so freaking glad that the season took its twist the way it did, because that was kind of what it was. The first one was, all right, here's Food Wars, here's what it's all about, here's, you know, Soma, he goes in, and he does his cooking. He's got very unique from a small diner, but his dad's a legendary chef, which you find out a little more into the second one. But it's more of just a giant tournament kind of thing in the second season. But this is like what they needed to do with the show. In the third season, is they finally brought up
They're making it tense.
very tense. But they set it up for it perfectly in the first two seasons. And they kind of kept that same vibe at the start.
Because during the first two seasons, like, the first season was super funny and there was amazing character development. And you love everything about it, but then you're like, all right, well, let's see what they can do. Then the second season is just all about the food.
Yeah, it really was all about the food. The cooking, the competition, just food.
Yeah, and that was amazing. You get to really, like, delve into every... Yeah, you get to delve into every individual person's skilled...
I don't know.
Visine, for sure. And then, you know, by the end of the second season, you're like, well, this is all well and good, but there's no real, like...
Story.
There's no real, like, developments happening as far as, like, the grand scheme of things. And then the third season starts, and it just fucking flips it on its head. And you're like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Like, it kind of just developed it up that Soma was like... That was actually a perfect description. I'd have to give it to you there. I'd have to say they built up Soma, you know, and he's like, he's good at cooking. You know, his goal is to be into the top 10, but he's really just fighting his own classmates. And then third season, they just dove right in with, I'm going to challenge these motherfuckers right away. Mm-hmm. And then right after that, though, the part that I'm at, though, that whole scene, like, if you watch the whole segment from a little before when he walks into the house to the end of his workout, like, that was, like, the last episode I saw, and that was a huge story banger right there. Like,
oh, yeah.
Real huge. Like,
the whole third season is fucking, it's just, it hits you.
That was a huge, the fucking main guy, the old man, muscle man.
The chairman.
Gone. I like old man, muscle man.
I was upset. I was upset. Like, actually upset.
I thought she was, like, born with a tongue that was awesome, but she was just kept in a bird cage.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Her dad's a dick.
Yeah, that was crazy. And if you haven't watched Food Wars, every single person that I've recommended to who started watching it binged the shit out of it, so I did the same.
It's
I
amazing.
recommend you do.
It's fucking amazing.
Get with the times. Now let's jump on over to Jump Force. See what I did there? Mm-hmm. We've got more data. To be honest,
they officially announced Bleach characters.
And there was, I forget his name, but Ryuka's brother. And then Ryuka, which I feel is a shit choice. And then Ichigo, of course.
It's Aizen, Ichigo, and Ryuka.
No, it's not Aizen.
Yeah, the Aizen's in there.
No, Aizen's the bad guy.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I didn't see him.
Yeah, Aizen's there.
Then there's 4 they added from Bleach. Because that's her brother, right there. So it's Ryuka, Ichigo... I still can't think of his name, which... Byakuya! There we go. Byakuya and...
Yeah, that's Aizen right there. He's fighting.
No! What?
I mean, no, during that very first fight clip.
Dude, that was definitely Byakuya. That was Ichigo. Let me see this shit. Ichigo again. I don't know who that is. It's the guy with the patch. But Aizen never had a patch. Did he? No. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this game. This game's gonna be cool.
I didn't even think about this, but I was reading about, like, projected characters that would be in, plus all the confirmed characters, which Aizen was on that list.
Mm-hmm.
JoJo.
Oh my god, would he be cool?
Can you imagine?
Have you gotten further in that? Like, how far are you?
I finished the first season. That's the most I watched. But
Oh, still.
apparently the everyone's favorite JoJo is coming up, Jotaro,
Oh.
and that's where they get that's where they get their like new powers and shit.
Does
Like
that
they have
show
the
just get
Hamon.
ridiculous? Yeah, that's all I saw.
Yeah, but eventually they get these powers called stands, and it's pretty much a fighting spirit that fights along with you. But like most of them have some sort of condition, to where like, oh, if you chew bubble gum while you're fighting me, then my fucking ability activates, and then or something like that. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm excited to watch more of JoJo actually.
Wow. That sounds over the top, ridiculous, almost Food Wars fashion.
Well, that's what it's all about, really.
Well, I think just to keep things moving along and just to move on to our final segment, because I think you've got a little bit more to talk about than I do. Well, I don't know. But
How long has the podcast been going on for so far? I'm trying to get at least an hour.
Yeah. I'm not sure, to be honest. Let us see. Uptime.
Let's not rush too much.
Well, yeah, no, I hear you. Oh, wow, it was only 31
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah, we got plenty of time.
Oh, we got time. Well, I was just going to dive into this because I feel like we can talk about it for a good while.
Absolutely. I'm all about D&D right now.
Yeah, MicSpam's, you know, he's all about it right now. And I have to say, I had fun with it for sure. And I'm enjoying it.
I think you're going to enjoy even more once, like, we start to have more adventures with our characters and you start to become more attached to your character.
Oh, and I start getting even more into the universe. No, I completely get it. I just, you know, it's...
I love the concept of being able to do anything you want.
I do. I do like that. The creativity in it is kind of... You know, it's up to whoever you're with, to be honest.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going to get good DMs, and you're going to get shitty DMs. We definitely have a good DM.
Oh, yeah. Spin is awesome.
Yeah, Spin's a good guy.
Explaining it right. And, you know, I even, you know, chatted with him about it at work a little bit. About how it's like, yep, you're learning some things. It's like, I wish I would... You know what he told me? He laughed. Those healing potions that you bought...
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know the value of them, so he just made some up, right? They were supposed
Yeah, I
to be
paid 1 gold a piece for him.
Yeah, they were supposed to be 50 gold a piece.
Holy shit!
Yeah, right? Hey, you should have bought all of that shit.
I didn't know. I don't know the value of things in his universe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would be the D&D universe, but...
I was gonna say. See, that's kind
but
of...
I mean,
but
the DM has all power, so he can make the value of money be whatever the fuck he wants for the current
well, we
situation.
have a small party, so it's, you know.
And I really
And by
want
the
that
way,
for-
yeah, Roger's totally in. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's the other guy. He just had a long-ass week and actually got sick.
Do you know when he would be joining?
Probably this Saturday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. Did you tell him we need someone smashy?
Yeah, no, like when I actually started at the job before Roger did, and I talked...
So you knew this guy from beforehand?
No, not at all. I talked to Spin, because I kind of made friends with him a bit, because, you know, I don't know about you, but any job I go to, I make friends with the smokers, because that's when you make friends. It's like, oh, we're smoking a cig. What else are we going to do but talk to each other? Or should I just look at my phone and be a nerd in the side? No. So I talked to him, but, you know, he's actually an accountant for the Marines. Like, he was in the Marines, but he was an accountant.
Shit, any DMs D&D?
Oh, yeah, he's been doing it for ages. Yeah, you know, and I can actually, you know, back in the day, you know, it gets a bad rep, you know, as being super nerdy and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't really bring
that's like,
too much into public.
That's the nerd game.
It's like what not to talk about at a bar.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, definitely don't. Leave that shit in your basement or by your computer, wherever it is. It's not going to get you.
But I think it's great. You're going to get moments in Dungeons and Dragons that you're not going to get in any other game. Like when I tried to steal those potions,
Oh.
and then I fucking tried to drink one later, and it was a fire potion.
Hmm. You know, I
Shit
think
like
it definitely
that
takes.
doesn't happen in any other game.
It definitely takes a good amount of imagination, I would have to say. But at the same time, you know, having the screen, it's almost just like a tactical kind of game. You know, the way I
Yeah,
describe it is it's
the
an
way the combat
RPG.
system works.
Yeah, it's an RPG, like a Final Fantasy even, or anything like that. Just it's straight up an RPG, but it's also a board game. And I've played a shit ton of Axis and Allies with my buddies. We just get smashed and play it. And I can definitely see why this is super fun.
Oh hell yeah! I feel like we're gonna have a good time with it too.
Mhm.
Especially if your character gets his shit together.
He's gonna be fine. Maybe you should suck less.
Yeah, right. I'm
still
trying to
gonna
be
die.
diplomatic and you're spitting on people's floors.
Okay, that guy was a dick. Okay.
He was not a dick
He
at
was
all. He was giving us
totally-
free food and free lodge.
Yeah, I know, but he wasn't giving me info, and I needed info.
He didn't have info. You asked him which of his rooms was the best, and he's like, there is no best room.
Yeah, well, when I'm that a little fucked up, I get pissed easily. It's normal. It's like in my normal Fat's life, and then in my character's life. Just kind of a little sync we got going.
Also, you smacked a lady.
I did smack a lady. That was inappropriate. That's why
I'm
you
just
gotta
saying.
smack me. Smack me back.
That's not my place, man. We're like equals. I'm not like
Well, then Sketch has got to do it, or Barty, or
Bartier. So the other campaign that I joined, like random people, that I'm gonna be starting tomorrow. We're not playing any standard races.
I don't know what that means.
So the standard races for D&D 5e are human, dwarf, elf, I think half elf, half orc, gnome, dragonborn, tiefling. I think that's it. But there are also a bunch of like unofficial, like official, unofficial races that you can use for like homebrew games. They call them homebrew games, or like it's like home rules.
Okay.
So my party consists of a goblin wizard, a Goliath barbarian, that's me, an Asimar divine soul sorcerer,
Wow.
and a warforged fighter.
That sounds intense.
Warforged being an alchemist-made machine man of war. It's basically a medieval Terminator.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that sounds pretty good.
So that should be interesting. I don't know.
What's your
And-
backstory? See, like, I feel like where Sketch is very interested in all the fighting and how to RPG tactical kind of, play the game. Whereas I've kind of been diving into kind of the comedy side of it, where it's, you're actually role-playing the character and the scenes are funny. I picture them in my head and it's hilarious. Like,
Yeah,
cartoons almost.
role-playing's all the fun for me, really. Like the combat is even an afterthought as far as
The
I'm.
combat's almost like, I think we did get certain.
I try to
slightly
avoid
lucky.
combat.
Oh, I like to fight the combat. Gotta level
I mean,
up.
get
That's where I
experience-
like both sides of it.
Combat is not the only way to get. You also get experience for navigating those situations non-violently as well.
I hear you.
Like it's not just from like you kill this guy, he's worth X amount of XP. Like the dungeon master can be like, well, you guys handled that pretty well. You negotiated a ceasefire, and
That's a cool.
I'll give you this much XP for it. Is that Steve?
No, it's Ryan actually.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm helping him move.
Oh, there's a
I
camera.
see.
Yeah, we're doing the show. It's pretty nice. We're talking Dungeons and Dragons. Have you ever played, Ryan?
Not for too long, no.
Not for too long, but it means you have played.
I think trying to teach 150 12-year-olds is going to be enough of a challenge for me, actually.
I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, no, that's kind of crazy though. Starting up a new one with people you don't know, just completely. Yeah, totally. It's Dungeons and Dragons. It's this is So this, I guess we didn't really explain the clip, but it's Heroes and
this is just
Halfwits.
this is Achievement Hunter's D&D campaign.
Yeah, they have a super slick fucking board, and now
It's a TV.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's just a TV laid on its side with a pane of glass over it.
Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty smart how they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of, I don't want to, bash the game in any way. I think it would, be a lot of fun to, have like an actual board and all the people playing in one room with like a bunch of beer and getting drunk off of mead. Ha ha ha. But
Well, I mean, you could
I
definitely...
don't know. I really like the online part of it. I think it's just kind of the world that I've kind of started to evolve to from streaming and stuff.
Well, yeah, no. For one, the people we want to play with are not accessible locally.
That's kind of our thing.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the people we're trying to play with aren't accessible locally. That's the one thing.
Everywhere else.
But it was never made to be an online game. It was always a tabletop game. And that's for sure the best way to play it.
Right. Yeah, no, I think that would be definitely a good way to play. Like I said, me and my buddies back in Wisconsin, we used to play Axis and Allies, which was
What's that?
basically World War II, the board game. I like to
Was
think
it
of it
like
as
a,
advanced Risk.
Was it like a competitive, was it a PvE or a PvP?
PvP, straight up. It was
Okay.
Axis versus Allies. So the Allies had three, U.S., U.K., and what am I being stupid? Russia. Russia was always the meat wall. Then it was Germany and Japan, and it was always me and Kevin. I was Japan and he was Germany, and every time for like the first 5 games, we destroyed them. We made history. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, and it depends on the rule. There were so many rules you could play the game differently, and now I see, D&D
That's the
in a same
really
way.
nice thing about for sure. D&D has like a million different alternate rules you can
Yeah, give me a
use.
sec.
But that's the great thing about these tabletop games is you can like fudge the rules a lot for a lot of them to like fit
You
whatever
play it
scenario
however
that
you
you're going
want,
to be
and
playing.
I think, that's what you were stating about having a good DM is a huge thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if you have a bit bad DM, I'm sure it could ruin the experience 100%.
Oh yeah, I get that, and I think we kind of know firsthand from Sketch's backstory. Ryan wanted to drop some history on us since we just totally jumped into his realm. What were you about to say?
Ryan knows all about
Well,
D&D.
No, he knows history. I was talking Axis and Allies. So.
Oh.
Like talking, it's just funny to like hear like cooperation between Japan and Germany, like, and that dominating that game.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is just like, if that actually happened, that actually might have happened as it did.
Mm.
But that never actually really happened.
They just didn't coordinate. They just had the same ideals.
Yeah, Hitler was still leery toward Japan, and if Japan gotten even listed a little bit involved,
Well, Hitler was
Germany
racist.
was doing their campaign in the Soviet
Hitler
Union.
was racist.
Well, right. I mean, yeah, he wasn't big. He wasn't big.
He wasn't big on the slant eyes.
He didn't like the slant eyes. Oh God, where are we now?
I mean, that's probably a direct quote somewhere.
Yeah, it probably did say that.
But yeah, if Japan actually invaded the Soviet Union when Germany was invading them as well, they might have taken them over. And if that happened, if they take over the oil, the Soviet Union's done, and they're able to take over all of Europe and set their sights in the U.S. and the world looks a lot different.
Oh, that would suck.
There would have been more than 2
Stalingrad
nukes
and
dropped.
Hitler's many
See,
borders.
and the moral of the story is teamwork makes the dream work, and they didn't.
That's right.
So they lost.
That's right, Hitler. You
Bitches.
should...
And Hitler was also kind
That's
of a
right,
fucking
Hitler.
idiot,
Learn
so, I
from
mean,
this experience.
the other moral of the story is eventually they'll be true to character.
Eventually. Oh, that's
Don't trust
funny.
don't trust someone you know who's a fucking moron to not be a fucking moron for too long.
That's the true moral of the story.
From my studies of Hitler, that's pretty much it. He was a whiny little pissant who was just sounds like someone I know.
Who? Me?
Lives at a big white house somewhere.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, I swear. Man, today's news
Trump
sucks.
isn't Hitler. He's just
What I missed
dumb.
today?
Yeah,
I had a
he's
bed
just
drop on
dumb.
I had a bed drop on my foot.
Ooh, that'll hurt. That'll hurt. All right.
I'll just part of it.
You know what a great tabletop game I used to play is?
What's that?
I think it's called Pandemic. Let me pull it up real quick. Just
You
so
know
I
what
can be
my
sure.
jam was back when we always played board games? Fucking Jumanji. I love that game.
Eh,
It was just a luck game.
Jumanji is just a different fucking Candyland.
Mm-hmm. It definitely was. But
Yeah,
you know,
it is-
as a
so-
kid, it was way better. You know, it was like upgraded.
It is called Pandemic, and it looks like it's on Tabletop Simulator, so we should definitely play it. But it's different. So it's all of the players versus the board.
Oh, it's just like you gotta win.
Yeah, you are either an infection who's trying to infect and kill everybody, or you are the resistance who's trying to cure
Hey, you wanna do?
and
you do a
stop
salad?
the.
Go into the fridge, open the bottom left drawer, and grab us both a beer. Yay! Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much you have to work together to eradicate these diseases which are spreading throughout the world.
Ooh.
And there are like random cards that you flip that have different actions that are either positive or negative towards you, and then the board takes a turn and it does its thing. It's actually a really difficult game,
Ooh,
and
that
the
sounds
first time I ever played it, I ended up winning, which is pretty rare.
nice.
But it's a lot of fun, especially because like it's not like a typical like board game where you're kind of playing against each other. It's everyone working together, so it's a different dynamic.
No, that's cool. That actually does sound really dope. You know, thinking back, a lot of mine were just, you know, Candyland remixes and board games, but then really once we started Axis and Allies, like we basically used to do like Texas Hold'em. That was our thing before we drank, and we'd throw our money to each other essentially and play a lot of Hold'em. And then we got Axis and Allies, and our buddy who is super history, you know, Monday, he basically forced us to play this game with him, and we've loved it ever since. Like,
I feel like
Axis is so
tabletop-
good.
I feel like tabletop RPGs get a really bad rep, especially considering how fun they are generally.
I like Drunk
I mean,
Quest.
because yeah, Drunk Quest would be a lot of fun if you weren't always like blacked out when we played it.
You know, sometimes you get a little blackout before you play some Drunk Quest. You know, you win the game before it starts. am I right?
I don't think that's. I think it's meant as a get the night started game,
I do think that's completely right.
because there is a good amount of drinking in it potentially, and it does take a little bit of
I
concentration.
swear, what I want to do is if I either can't get Spin over here, at least to have him, since he has it now, we should do a quick, like, shorter somehow game of Drunk Quest before we do a D&D.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
we get our DM drunk before we start, so it'll be nicer.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think it'll just make it more difficult for him to
Yeah,
do
probably.
shit.
But that would be fun. I mean, we could definitely do that. The rounds of Drunk Quest are not that long, from what I remember.
Mm-mm. No, not really.
Yeah, I mean,
I think, you know, anyone who's into D&D and actually drinks alcohol would enjoy the game.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, Sketch plays with us and he's sober every time drinking water or soda.
Yeah, right.
That's me and drunk Fats and drunk Steve versus the boss. I remember that game vaguely.
I'd honestly just be down to try out random tabletop games every now and again if I can, if we can find some good ones.
Well, yeah, I would be down as well, but I do want to, keep the focus on D&D because that game has 18 million fucking rules and upgrades and everything to it. It's almost like taking on anything similar would be like...
I mean, I'm doing 2 campaigns at once.
Yeah, you're crazy. But it'll help. Well, it's going to help.
I didn't want to wait a week between playing, honestly. Like, I want to play.
He's nerding out hard. But I can't disagree with you. I kind of want to play too, but I'm willing to wait and to keep it going. I'm willing to
and I'm
wait
playing
and keep
2
going.
drastically different characters.
And that's good. By playing in other games, you'll learn other abilities and kind of get a feel for it. Because like I said, after playing that first time, I learned a lot of mistakes I had done. Not from researching, just from what happened later, I don't got no potions. I didn't upgrade my armor. I suck at dice rolling.
Shopkeep, the innkeep. You pissed off the shopkeep, the innkeeper, and the fucking lady that were
They're all gonna be fucking jizzing in their pants once we save the goddamn village from dragons. It's gonna be awesome. I can feel it.
Well, the mayor didn't jizz his pants when we saved his fucking only 2 children, so...
Yeah, that's because the mayor's a dickhole, but he did feed us.
Yeah, and he spit on his floor.
It's because that barkeep was a dickhole.
He was not. He was a good guy. He gave us dragon piss.
Yeah, he gave us
a drink from the secret stash, man.
I think one of the more awesome parts was the fact that you were the bitch boy and he took the dragon piss shot, Ryan, right? Yeah, he took it and then he passed the fuck out. So then I took it and I stood there like a man and got all sorts of fucked up. But I didn't pass out.
My constitution score is terrible.
Exactly. So at least I did.
It's great though because they have enough stats to where like any situation that you bring up, because us as players, it's got to be hard to deal with us as a DM because he's trying to like develop his story and we can do whatever we want.
Right. I
so
know.
Like, but it's nice that there's a stat for everything that you could really possibly do. Like, oh, I guess that falls under deception, or I guess that falls under survival. Roll for that. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's all in the DM's hands. I'm glad we found Spin because he's very merciful, and I think he's extra merciful on the fact that 1, we're first-time nerds, and 2, we have a party of 3. But I think it's
and
gonna
we're
be
streaming.
He actually, like, normally you don't get that random chick who's helping us fight. He just helps out. Because we need her to take blows.
It's pretty common to get NPCs in your party, though. I mean, even in Heroes and Halfwits, they get, like, 4 or 5 NPCs.
Jesus, they already have, like, 5 people.
Yeah.
That's crazy. These campaigns are actually kind of ridiculous, though. Like, there is so much... Like, I feel like you write 2 to 3 pages for every scenario, depending on what paper how big you write.
I mean, a lot of it's just made up on the spot, honestly, like people's reactions to things and shit like that. But there are a lot of, like, kind of I don't want to say pre-made, but, like, suggested kind of scenarios that you can play through. But then a lot of DMs just make their own stories within the rule set, and that's also totally fine. So there's really infinite.
It's different every
scenarios you
time,
can play
different
through.
parties, different everything. That's kind of the moral of the game, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
I think that's super awesome. Like it's never gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm. Now, as much as I like recommending things to everyone and anyone, I would say though it definitely takes a little bit of a niche person to really get into it. I don't want to sound, harsh or anything,
I
but
feel like
really,
anyone
you
could
kind
get
of
into it.
gotta like imagination for huge, but to be real, you kind of have to like books and reading, because that's really what it is.
I mean, yeah, you're
He's
picturing what's going on.
storytelling.
You're not seeing. Yeah,
It's almost like
storytelling.
reading, the super simple man's version of Dungeons and Dragons is reading one of those books where it gives you two options: turn to page 72 for option A, or turn to the next page for option B, or something like that. You kind of gotta really have like an almost like a appreciation for literature to really kind of get it. Or if you really, really like the day and age, that the setting is. Because, it's just to throw out
That's
a
the thing
mainstream
about
thing, it's
D&D
Skyrim.
too.
It's the Skyrim universe almost.
That's
Just
the
to
thing about
simplify it.
D&D is there was a lot of other tabletop RPGs that kind of spawned from D&D. So even if you're not into this sort of universe where it's kind of medieval setting, magic and sorcery, and
It's
there's
like
there's
comparing spells
like
to shotguns.
there's like LA Noir tabletop RPGs, or there's like fucking military tabletop RPGs, or I mean there's really any universe you would want to explore you can't find.
Right.
I feel like most people could be into it. It takes a little imagination.
Well, I think what really helped me get into it was my background in RPGs. I played a lot of the Final Fantasy games, and the gameplay of it reminds me of Final Fantasy, but then the storytelling is just something kind of completely new, and I'm okay with
Well,
it.
let me ask you this.
I haven't really ever
Let's say you didn't have any sort of background in RPGs, and then like I convinced you to just kind of humor me and create a character, and we sat through that character
See,
creation.
the character creation is, I
Was
feel,
so
one
much
of the
fun.
hard things. I had a lot of fun. I'm just trying to picture, I'm kind of just jumping back into like high school. Those kind of people, like, how would you get them into it? And it
would
takes.
take
I
some
know
convincing.
this person would be able to do it, but this person, just wouldn't. That's just kind of my vibe on it.
Yeah, I totally know, and I thought you would be kind of against it as well, honestly.
I honestly wasn't entirely sure. Like, that's why I'm saying you caught my Final Fantasy side of the turn-based strategy kind of game, and I like
Yeah,
that.
but even
but then getting
even
into
from
the humor, into the role playing, like the
Yeah,
character
even from
creation. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, you were. I know you were excited to play after we created those characters. Like you were attached to your character.
Yeah. I wanted to be him. I thought it not like I wanted to get into that. Whether it be, I just wanted to.
You were excited to play your character that you made because
Yeah,
you made it.
You could. Yeah.
It could have been anything, and you made it this way.
That's true. It came right out of the Fat's brainer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing him different than I wrote down.
Totally.
That's kind of
But I mean, that's kind of the thing with it is you get to be real personal about it. You get to make exactly what you want to make, and I mean, other than obviously stats and whatnot, but.
Well, yeah, and I honestly like the whole the randomness of it. It's like because I almost kind of did it right. It was like our first fight ever, and I missed my first 2 shots. I didn't even get to roll.
You miss every shot.
I didn't even get to roll shit damage. I just miss. Oh, you totally missed. That guy blew up that tree. I was like, God damn it! Well, guys, I'm trying. And then later on, I kept failing. So I was like, okay, I was So then I kind of turned myself into a show off, and I was like, well, I'm doing a cool ass trick while I'm trying to shoot him. You gotta shoot him with flare. You know what it reminds me of? Fucking Go Tanks. That's what I was trying to kind of. That was like my inspiration in my head. I just never really said it, but it was like Go Tanks, where I'm just like, you gotta add some slick flair. You gotta make it sound cool.
I'm really looking forward to it going forward. Like, I feel like once things start developing and we kind of start traveling together for a while.
I honestly am
it's gonna
hoping
be a
that we
lot
can
of fun.
start earlier next week so we can have a longer session.
I mean, I think that was just kind of sketch getting caught up in some shit. Because I definitely could. I can go as late as whenever on the
Oh
weekends.
no, I wasn't. Yeah, he was going late, or it was getting slightly late for him and you because of time.
Yeah, but
mean,
I
if
don't
we,
care.
Yeah,
On the weekends, I don't care.
right. If we started earlier, it would have been. It probably would have been better. Just in retrospect.
But yeah, I definitely
I wanted
want
to get to that
longer
fucking
sessions
castle.
in the future. Yeah, I want to get to the keep, man.
God damn it! That's where the booty is.
Yeah, and the enemy leader of the kobolds are also there,
Right.
attacking the keep. So we got to stop them. But then there's a dragon that's apparently unrelated, as far as the kobolds know.
No, I'm excited for what we're gonna keep doing with this.
It's fun to try to get into the mind of the DM too, because I mean, there are stories you can look up and shit, but you don't know what the DM's gonna do.
He has free reign to do whatever he wants, and that's
He's
also
pretty much
something.
God in our universe.
That's pretty much what you gotta go with, and you know I like it. I like the whole concept. I like the game. I'm excited to play more, but I think personally I kind of might have to wrap things up podcast wise because I gotta help this Joker move. So
Yeah, I think we got a pretty decent podcast out, right?
yeah, I think we got it. Let's see. What do we got for the uptime? Oh yeah,
we're at an hour.
Damn, we talked about D&D for 30 minutes. I think it was
I
lively.
mean,
good
there's a lot to
discussion.
talk about. There's a lot to talk about.
There really is, and you know, guys, make sure you tune in this Saturday and check it out for yourselves.
Yeah, definitely. Well, check out our adventures here.
The Adventures of
it's gonna
Bardock
get weird.
and Mike and Bartier, and the addition of Roger, who I don't know his character or what his name is.
Oh yeah, we got to figure out. So maybe if you want to like,
He's totally.
I mean, really, he would just want to meet up with the DM to create his character to make sure everything's Gucci
Oh
there.
yeah, we all work together. We go on smoke breaks together. We talk
Yeah, but-
today together.
Yeah.
So-
However you want to kind of coordinate that. Just if
He's
gonna be in this
experienced
Saturday.
like Spin's experience. Let's go with that. He knows what he's
Okay.
doing. Playing with three people who don't really know what they're doing except for Sketch, kind of. So,
I know what I'm doing.
yeah, you actually know way more than me. It's just me who's just the fuck around.
Well, to be fair, I learned a lot through Heroes and Halfwits. I'm on like episode 25.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, they've
Yeah,
already leveled
like,
up
I've
multiple
been-
times. I bet.
I was kind of getting into that. It came up in one of my recommended feeds, I think, and I started watching it, and I started thinking that I was really trying to play some D&D, like probably a good week or two before I even brought it up to you.
Hmm. Well, this is good. I'm glad that you let me join.
I'm
in
glad
your
that you were down to
experience.
play.
Hell yeah, dude!
I'm really glad you were down to play.
How much-
because-
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, but I have two things that are pressing. One, helping him, and two, taking a piss. But I am super stoked about it, to be honest. Like, I printed off my sheet. It's easier to write on it than type on it.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
for
jacked
sure.
for it. Let's keep it going. I was going to chug the rest of my beer and say so long
Hang on.
to the stream / the people watching the recording. I don't have a
Very
lot,
hungry,
though,
real quick.
but I have a good bit.
Play a song or something.
I'm playing a song. I already got it. We've got epic music rolling.
Do we? What do we have?
It's called 2-hour epic music mix, so I don't know.
I need to pour another beer because mine was almost gone.
Oh my god, are you gonna chug a whole beer? I only have like a quarter beer.
I believe this is my high alcohol beer as well.
Ooh, go for it!
7% though.
Cheers to the camera. Oh, he's unfoaming. Cheers.
Cheers.
I told you I didn't have as much as I hoped. Oh man, he's going for it. He got it. Beautiful. For the glory. Hope you guys enjoyed your
Yes.
stay. I'm Fats.
And I'm MicSpam.
Have yourselves a fantastic fucking evening.
Peace out.